Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you. Okay? And I know it's unfair after everything this country's done to you to ask you to save it, but I think you're the only people who can. All this stuff going on with Izzy and Palestine, well, someone's got to stop them. And anybody that says something, anytime you get a white guy or even a Jewish Jew speaking out about it, they hit them with the racist label, anti-Semitic, stuff like that. Black guys, you can do it. Dude, white guys, white people, they're not gonna jump on the "you're racist" train to black guys. And even if they do, I mean, come on, you can rubber glue that shit, okay? And I'm not saying we need black guys to come at it like Kanye, but we just need you to speak the fucking truth, okay? That we're allowing this to happen. We're enabling the people that are most known for an extreme act of organized evil happening to them. You know, in World War II, those people are doing that to another group of people. All right? And if anyone in this country could speak out about a great evil that everyone is just allowing, just sitting by and denying, it's you. Okay? You guys are the experts on this. You can speak on this without any guilt, without being silenced. All right? Because in America, you guys have the most powerful voice. Okay? You built this country. Okay? Everyone knows it. All right? And granted, you did it mostly against your will, but you fucking did it. Okay? And then you broke the chains of the oppressors. Okay? And we need you guys to take that expertise and show this country that it's being evil again. Okay? That it's being just as evil as before, but because it's out of sight, out of mind, we pretend that it's not. Okay? And we need you. I really believe that only you could do it. But because America is racist, okay? It is. And if you're the one speaking against it, it's going to be conflicted, okay? But because we need you to weaponize white guilt against these fucking monsters. And I think you could do it. I know it's unfair, okay? This country, it is yours. You built it and they took it from you. But guys, you've got to be our moral compass, or we're not going to have one. We're going to go completely off the rails on some white devil fucking World War II Third Reich type shit if you guys don't start showing out real loud.
Shalom Yashrullah, Call Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone and teacher more well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. I'm Balat Tazo. I'm coming at you from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. This lesson's going to be going into Esau, Big, and Jake for help. Okay, now they see that their economy is failing and their kingdom is collapsing. You want Jake to stand up and fight for it? Yeah. Psalms chapter 55 verse 19. When I first heard it, man, I was very upset, you know. The fact that these devils got the audacity after all these years of oppression, they didn't want to stand up for us. They didn't want to fight for us and get us out of the situation that we're in or help us, okay? In fact, they oppressed us even more and mocked and scoffed us for it. Now that their kingdom is fallen, now that their economy is collapsing and that they're suffering from poverty, they want us to stand up and use and pull the white guilt card. This nigga actually said, we we need you to weaponize white guilt. The fact that he knows that they have a shame for what they've done to us, and he's asking us to weaponize it against his higher ups so that he can have a better living situation. It's just enough to make a man go haywire, man. Psalms 55:19. YAHAWASHI shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not YAHAWASHI. Okay? It says these devil ain't got no fear no fear of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. He wasn't afraid to do the things that he done to us. Why should we help you now that your kingdom is at its end? Okay? The whole world waiting and looking to see who's gonna rule the world next, but nobody expects it to be Jake. And you want Jake to get up and stand up and fight for you? The crazy part is there's some niggas that'll actually do that. We need to help the white man. These niggas are coons. Okay? He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. This guy is known for being a covenant breaker. All right? You want to go and team up, Jake, if you try to go and team up with these niggas, they're true niggas, which is Esau, Edom, these Edomites, all right, to get their kingdom back, what makes you think you're going to have a part in it? You haven't had a part in it in all these years, and now that their kingdom is reaching its end, you think you're going to somehow get better benefits for your people? You think that somehow, and he's telling you that he knows what y'all been going through, okay? He knows, he said, everybody knows you built this country, but nobody admits it. Nobody want to talk about it. When he said it, he sounded like it pained him just to say that, man. It hurt his soul. Okay, you seen his face. He said, you built this country. Like, what? Bro, it hurt you that bad? It's an Edomite guy named, he's on TikTok. His TikTok name is the Superhero Vince. Something along those lines. And he's one of them Edomites with blue eyes and red hair or the red beard. And I just can't trust any Edomites, but especially those with the red hair. As scripture say, Esau Edom came out red all over like a hairy garment. Every time I think about Esau, I think about that AI generated picture of Esau Edom with the big ass red beard. Yeah, man. Don't go anywhere near these guys. These people are destructive. Okay? As scripture say, who can make straight that which the Lord YAHAWASHI hath made crooked? These guys will never get right. And you gotta, what the scripture say, lay it to your heart and be pricked therewith. Never forget these words. This guy is a natural born covenant breaker, a liar. Scripture say he was a liar from the beginning. A truce breaker, a betrayer, a backstabber. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. We know that you can do it, black man. Only you can do it. Right. The most oppressed in the world, the tail. He's asking the tail to help the head. Nah, man. And you niggas stand up and do this shit, you're just as dumb as they are, dumb as a box of rocks. But war was in his heart. You think he really gonna look out for you after you look out for him? No. It's always been recorded in history this way. This devil has never took care of those who took care of him. Okay? Just sit back and let his end come to an end. Okay? Let this devil's country collapse. Them niggas voted for Trump. Okay? They voted for Trump to get the niggas out. To get Northern Kingdom out. Now that they got Northern Kingdom out, they regret it. I didn't want this. That's exactly what you asked for when you voted for this nigga, man. You were all pro-Trump. You were all make America great again. You don't see those hats walking around anymore. These people are suffering from inflation, a rise on resources, a rise on imports. Okay? These people are suffering, man. These Edomites are suffering. There's more Edomites on food stamps and welfare than there is Jake. All right? But these prices going up. These devils are yeah, you voted for this devil, man. Okay? You got what you were looking for. Now that Jake ain't showing up to the farms because they ain't got the documents, all of a sudden you crying out to Trump. Wait, let's think about it. We need them. Nah, man. All of a sudden, your farms are foreclosing. You devils are so prideful. You forgot. You neglected to realize that your country has been ran by Jake this entire time. The whole reason your country is still up and running is because you've been using slaves. You've been using Jake. You've been using Northern Kingdom to keep your country running. You haven't been doing none of this work. They tried to put them Edomites out there on the farms. Them niggas gave up. Niggas wasn't coming back from their lunch break. These Edomites weren't coming back from their lunch break, man. They not built like that. The sun hates them. They were made against nature. So you see in their skin color, even in their skin color, they got ready to go outside. They burning up in the sun. The true vampires. Like they steak bloody. Okay, burning in the sun. All right. Doing all sorts of sacrifices and wickedness at nighttime. These are the true vampires, but you want the help of the righteous people that you've been oppressing. The scriptures say, let us oppress the poor righteous man, for he is not for our turn. We know what you think about us. You think we're going to help you? All of a sudden? You know? I had a dream that a few days ago about Jacob's trouble, where these devils are coming down with great wrath on Jake, man. All right? And then I had these young Jake, these teenagers, these YNs try to pull up on me and rob me and take what little I had in Jacob's trouble. Okay? Man, I beat the brakes off of these motherfuckers, man. And rightfully so. How is it that your enemy is still attacking you and you still got it in your mind to target and attack the people that look like you, that's oppressed and afflicted with you, that ain't doing shit to you? You know? So I believe Jake also play a major part in our own downfall. These niggas are dragging each other down in the mud. All right? Killing and stabbing each other to get out of the mud, to never make it out of the mud. But putting other Jakes that's trying to get out the right way, deeper in the mud, or just tending to their own business, ain't minding nobody else. They trying to bury Jake, man. Okay, just because you want to see yourself do better, you will never get up that way. Okay? The scriptures say, right, riches gotten into deceit, or unjust riches. Okay? And it ain't gonna help you, man. That's not a reliable source of income. Unjust riches. It ain't gonna get you wealth. It ain't gonna take care of, feed your family. No, yeah. You trying to get money through blood? Guess what? You're gonna have to pay that back with blood. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Unity, equality, love. Everybody love each other. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. He plans to utilize you niggas. This is an Edomite. You gotta remember, this is an Edomite who believed themselves to be superior to you, Jake. Much more superior to you and superior to everybody else in the world. Well, the Lord said they're the tail. Well, what happened was, when Jake went off, the Lord flipped the roles and put the tail as the head and the head as the tail. So really the prime people, okay, the holy people and the true righteous people, the set apart people, are the Israelites, but the Lord made them the tail. And these Edomites, which are the base men, he made them the head to show his power in the earth. All right. Here it is. He got this God-like complex. He got this God complex in his mind that he's just better than everybody else. All right. Now he begging for the slaves to help him. After you done been whipping our fucking back ends for hundreds of years. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You ain't supposed to trust this nigga, never, man. Never trust this guy. Okay? No matter how watery his eyes get, how red and watery his eyes get, don't trust him, man. He ain't for you. He ain't here to help you. He's here to help himself, and he gonna use you to do it. All right? As he's done for the past 400 years, man. okay? This devil has hunted you down craftily, poisoned you. There's poison in our food, poison in our air, poison in our media, okay? Poison in our children's blood from vaccinations. You think he's for you? You think he really looking out for you? You're still sticking you with this venom while asking you for help. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. He's sitting there confessing all over TikTok. You built this country. We know you're oppressed. This is a racist country. The fact that you acknowledge that means you're one of them. It means you're a part of it, man. You're a part of the oppression. Okay? Our people have been afflicted and beaten and oppressed, okay, to the ends of the earth. And now you got the nerve to ask us for help. That shit just pissed me off, man. And it's not like Jake don't realize that. But you got some Jakes in his comment board that was going in on his ass. I got to read those comments just for personal satisfaction. It says, take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. All right, you're going to know when you get a closer look at him. This nigga's really still wicked. Like, no matter how much you try to help him or be there for him, this nigga gonna turn around and backstab you once he feel like he's in a good position. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, not if, but when he has overthrown you. Jake, don't set him by you, because when he overthrows you, it says he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. In the end, remember these words. Okay, and be pricked therewith. Let it stick to you. Never forget these words. In the end, okay, he gonna seek to take your seat. All right? Don't trust these devils, man. Never line up with the Edomite. Okay? Never stand shoulder to shoulder with the Edomite. Scripture say, though hand join a hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. If you join hands with this devil, he gonna somehow seduce you like a serpent would and persuade you to do something off, to do something against your power, YAHAWASHI. He wants you to help him stay in rulership, Jake. He ain't trying to get you into rulership. He wants you to help him keep his rulership. But the Lord is attacking him for our sake so that we can get our rulership back. Once we get rulership, we ain't gonna never lose it again. Okay? This world is coming to an end, and it's gonna end with Esau Edom. Let me grab these comments on his video. All right, just so all right, Salakia. Whenever I'm doing a voice record, so whenever I click on the video, it'll shut my video out. But let's see. I screenshotted some comments. We'll read through these. We can close out. All right, cause man, this is just sad. It says the first comment, some Eve. Unarmed black people still being shot down by cops. We got our own fight. Another Eve says, this comment section made me very proud. Clapping hands. Another Eve says, my black man said to tell y'all to leave them alone. Okay. Somebody else added, sounds like y'all still want free labor. Another Eve says, what about us? They are still hanging us. Jake said, is this a skit? He playing, right? Another Jake said, reparations first. Another Jake said, I've seen this movie before and it's called Nope. Because his title on his video says, we need a hero. Basically saying, black people help, we need a hero. Another Jake said, no, we black men are minding our black lives and black businesses. Our families and our communities need us more than ever now. Y'all voted for Trump, so y'all deal with him and his administration. We are good. We thank you anyways. Another Jake said, we told y'all in January we taking this year off. Eve said, nah, fam, we tried. We been trying. We get beat up and shot down physically and metaphorically. We is tired, boss. Y'all got to step up this time. And then he actually replied to this Eve. He says, we are actively trying to. That's my point. They keep stopping us, but I don't believe they could stop y'all. Another Eve said, what do black men have to do with that? And why should we get into someone else's war when we're fighting our own war right here in the United States? Why does everybody and their mama keep calling on us when no one helps us? Black people said that in 2025 we are standing down. There's more on that comment, but I didn't get it. It says, another Jake said, this country hasn't even given us our reparations, but y'all want us to save America? With the tired face and peace sign emoji. Another Jake says, we are minding our own business. Y'all didn't appreciate us when we were willing. And it looks like an Eve right here. She says, we are minding our business. It has nothing to do with our men or people or our people. No one speaks up or steps up for us. Our men are looking out for their own people. You are a white man, honey. Use your privilege to make change. It's your turn. And then another Eve says, we will not allow our men to be out in harm's way. We are only getting involved for our own. So there you have it, man. Jake going in on his ass in the comments. The fact that he said, we need you to weaponize white guilt. That goes back to that Obadiah. Shame shall cover thee, okay, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So these devils know. These devils know about that guilt and that shame that they have deep down for what they did to Jacob. Okay, and he just asked Jake to weaponize that. That was another comment. I don't think I got the screenshot of it, but somebody said, sir, you are racist. Which is true, man. It's definitely true. That motherfucker was racist. You can see the oppression in his eyes. You can see the Salaki. You can see the oppressor in his eyes. Okay? The scriptures say a fierce nation shall come from afar. Okay, shall not shew favor to the old nor the young. A nation of fierce countenance. All right, you can see the serpent look in his eyes. He's deceiving as he's speaking. Okay, but Jake ain't standing up. We about to witness race wars like never before, rebellions, revolutions like never before. Okay, these people are about to stand up. Like the scriptures say, one people shall stand up with swords in their hands and fight against the other. One realm against another, one nation against the other, one city against another, you know. I went through that backwards, but you know, you get the point. But yeah, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I cannot walk for listening to the sincerity. This is the situation that America is in. Okay, the current events. All right, and where everybody's suffering, man. Here in America, these Edomites getting it too. Not as bad as Jake is, but these Edomites are feeling some form of suffering, which they aren't used to. Okay? So they really going through it. You got people committing suicide because of the economy's collapsing, man. They see their kingdom falling. They commit suicide because they know what comes afterwards. They know what comes after their kingdom falls. Servitude, slavery. They're going to have to pay for all their atrocious crimes that they've committed against all these other nations, and chiefly against the nation of Israel, the true nation of Israel. All right? Shalom.